We've seen a lot of great things with our Teams app so far this year, but we've had some questions about how to create teams and how to use the collaboration features. So the first thing that you want to do is restart your computer when you get to your school. When you restart your computer, you will see a Microsoft Teams pop-up that looks similar to the one on my screen after about 30 seconds or a minute after you start your computer. When you see this pop up, you want to sign in with your school email address to finish the installation process of the Microsoft Teams app. So when you do that, the Microsoft Teams app will then be ready to go on your computer. I'm going to click the start bar at the bottom and start typing in Teams. That will take me to my app. When I get to the Teams app, you'll see all of the teams that you are a member of. You also have the option to join or create a team using the button in the top right corner. When I click on that button, I'm given the option to create my own team, to join a team with a code, and you'll also see teams that have been created in our district that are set to public. So I'm going to click on the Create a Team button. And when you do that, you'll have 4 options, and these are just the layout of your team. You can play around with those and see which one you like the best. So I'm just going to click on Professional Learning Community. Here you can name your team. Remember the email that we sent out last week about naming your teams. You want to try to be as specific as possible when you're naming your team. So if you are in a school building, you want to start your team name with the school that you're at. So if I'm at Woodland, I'm going to start my team with Woodland High School, and then whatever the team is. You also have the option here to make your team private or public, and we recommend making all of your teams private. Once you do that, you have the option to start adding people to your team. When you start to type a name, anybody with a name similar to what you're typing will start to pop up, and then you have the option of selecting who you want to add to your team. If I add somebody that I didn't mean to, I have the option to X their name off, or I have the option of skipping this step altogether and adding them at a later time. Once you're in your team, you'll have your blank canvas with these 3 tabs across the top. So you have your Conversations tab, which is where you'll actually have your meetings or chat. You have the option to upload files, and then you have your notebook. You also have the option of adding other tabs that you want to use in your team. So you have the option to add in any of these apps here. When I go back to the Conversations tab, I have the option to just do a simple instant message, or I have the option to actually do a Meet Now. So when I click on the Meet Now button, it starts a video conference. I have the option to meet now, or I can schedule a meeting. So when I click Meet Now, you have the option to turn off your camera, to mute, and you also have the option to share your screen. When you share your screen, you're giving the people that you're meeting with permission to view what you see on your laptop. This is a great way if you want to share what you see on your laptop, and you also have the option to even give somebody control of your laptop. So if you want to show somebody how to do something, this is an awesome feature for that. Something else that we've run across is that people are starting a collaboration or a team with people, but they're having trouble getting everybody to the team. You have the option to add additional people using this option right here. So if you want to invite an additional person, you just have to type their name, and you can start adding people that way. You can see that these people are unavailable, but if they're available, it will ring on their computer and you can start meeting that way. So I'm going to hang up. And now I'm going to go back to my teams by clicking All Teams. You have the option here to delete teams that you aren't using. So since I'm not going to use this sample team, I'm going to click the 3 dots in the top right corner and delete that team. Here's where you'll also have options to edit your team, leave the team, add people, etc. So I'm just going to delete that unused team. Once you delete a team, you won't be able to get any of the information back. So just make sure that you're sure that you want to delete it. And I'm going to hop back into one of my other teams. So I'm going to go to my sample middle school math team. And notice on this left side, I've created what are called channels. So within our overarching team of sample middle school math, I have the option to then create channels for each grade level. So I created a 6th grade channel, and notice how the conversations going on in the 6th grade channel are completely separate from the 7th grade channel and the 8th grade channel. So this is a great way for you to have one big team, and then within that team have some smaller organizations going on. But keep in mind that the channels are not private. So if you are in the 6th grade team, you will also be able to see what's in the 7th grade team on the channels section. And this is just totally optional. If you'd prefer to have separate teams for each grade level, you can do it that way too. But one of the cool things about teams is that you don't actually have to be on a team or within one of your teams to chat with people within our school district. So if you click on the chat feature on the left side right here, you have the option of creating a chat with people. So these are the chats that I've created in the past, and I can create a new one by clicking on the new chat button on the top. And I'm just going to start typing somebody's name. And once you type in the person's name, you have the option to click this down arrow, and it gives you the video conference option, the audio call option, or again, that screen share option. And then again, you can also just do a simple chat at the bottom. Another option that you can do to collaborate is use the call feature. Again, just type the name of the person you want. And you have the option to do audio call or video conference. You also have the option to use the calendar feature. And within the calendar feature, you can set up a meeting. So you can either click on the specific date that you want, or you can click new meeting. You can even click meet now. So there's a ton of different ways that you can collaborate with people across our district without having to be on an actual team with them. If you have any questions about teams, please reach out to myself or Jason Daly, and we'd be happy to help you. And we look forward to getting out to the school soon.